this is very typical with a lot of marriages, with a lot of couples, especially the ones that we have had the opportunity to counsel, right? And the person that always wants to talk, or most of the time, so that I don't generalize, is the woman. And most times the man wants to internalize because he's a problem solver. He just wants to internalize. He wants to try to solve it before he says anything. There are different researches that talks about how the man is wired and how he behaves, and how a woman is wired and how she behaves. Yeah, but I have a few things that I've written concerning this particular question. And the first one is this. First, understand each other's personality and play towards that. You already know. There are several data that you have, or that you must have as a couple, right? As a man, I must understand my wife, her personality, who she is, her temperaments, her makeup as a woman. And all of these things must help me make informed decisions when we have to resolve matters. What are triggers? What are the things that will aggravate her when we are talking about certain matters at certain points? What do I think is going to be the best way to approach her when I need to approach her during these sensitive moments? The second one I wrote here is, don't feel your spouse is mean or not understanding, right? So that as a man, I don't want to talk at a particular time does not mean I'm mean or I'm not understanding. And from a man's point of view, as a woman, because she wants to talk does not mean she's invasive. She's trying to invade your privacy, or she's trying just to enter your thoughts, and she doesn't want you to breathe. That is not the case. The case is this: there is something burning in her heart that she wants to talk about at that time, and there is something burning in your heart, giving you pressure, and you are trying to quiet that pressure by being silent, and so that you don't say the wrong things. So there are different reasons why people react differently. So you must understand that. The third one here is, the party that wants to talk should ask the spouse, when is a good time for us to talk about this? So that's, if it's the woman or the man that wants to talk, ask your spouse, when is going to be a good time for us to talk about this? So you, as the person that is willing to talk, provide a time, provide a place, you provide the best time based on your analysis and the data you've gathered about your spouse over the period of your marriage. So, should we talk after lunch? When he's going out in the morning, is he always agitated because he is very time conscious and he has to meet up with time? So that is a wrong time to want to talk. But at night, is it when he comes back and he has had dinner and he has taken his bath? Is that the best time to talk to him? So figure that out. No one can answer that for you. You have to do that work and figure it out. Now, another point I've written here is this. Some foundational issues in marriage, might warrant that posture of wanting to talk or not want to talk. So I'll talk about the party that doesn't really want to talk. Now, in the past, maybe there is a history in that marriage that whenever the man says something, or the person that doesn't want to talk says something, the thing is weaponized against them. Or they say, and that was how you said it yesterday, that I'm not this, I'm not that. So there is that fear of getting it wrong. Also, there is that fear of saying the wrong things. Also, there's that fear of, how will my wife take it? Lastly, there's also that fear of, will she understand how I am feeling if I open up to her based on how I genuinely feel? And hope if I open up to her and be honest, she's not going to take it the other way, and I will now end up apologizing for how I feel again. So there are different things that make people go quiet. So you have to understand your spouse for their peculiarities. Now, the last one here is this. So give each other grace and ensure both party wins. It is not about me winning. It's not about my wife winning. So it shouldn't be about, I want to win a conversation, or he wants to win a conversation. It should be about trying to understand each other and trying to make, both party win. At the end of every conflict, right, what should happen if handled properly is that resolve will help you learn something about yourself as an individual and something about your spouse. And you see that you are growing. And once beaten, twice shy, you are not likely to go through a particular challenge at a particular time, and the thing also happens next time. Now you already have the equipment to go through that challenge at this time if handled properly. That when it surfaces the next time, it's already a walk in the park. You know how to handle that kind of problem or challenge when it comes again. So don't see conflict as, someone being mean or someone being ridiculous. No, see it as, if we are able to surmount this challenge, then we are able to move to the next phase and the level of our marriage. So always do everything with grace, and I believe God will give us the wisdom. God bless you, and I'll see you at the top.